Right, here we are. Tuesday the 16th of November. This is episode 3 of my journey. Just recently filmed a little while ago the little recap. And I've done that because I'm getting a lot of questions at the moment, and that's my way of letting people know what's going on with me. Excuse me, just had some Sprite, not tearing up. Anyway, yeah, that's my way of letting people know what's happening, and what's going on in my life. And anyway, this is episode 3. I've done the recap. This is episode 3. So today, Tuesday, 16th of November, what do we do today? Went into the hospital. Today was meet the surgical team, meet the surgeon, and I got to meet the surgeon. And yeah, it's a daunting day. It was a daunting day. It's been an absolute roller coaster. So I'm here now, 2 weeks in. Yeah, 2 weeks in of understanding I've got bowel cancer. Some Bill and Ben, the flower pot men inside me that need to go out, and I have been absolute highs and lows, confusion, trying to process what's going on, because it is happening really fast at the same time. So you got to be on board. You got to understand it, and figure out. You got to do something about it, or else consequences. No, doing something about it. So yeah, the first week, I remember looking back for a moment, looking back on the first week, that was rough. The first week was extremely rough because I'd just been in for a colonoscopy and got told there and there, you got cancer, don't even need to wait for the results, we know what's going on, and it's got to go. And then I was told also my next steps will be a CT scan to see how far it's spread, and that took a week. It took a week to go and get that scan, and then it was the Wednesday after that. So I went in for the Tuesday, got the scan. I think the Wednesday afternoon I found out about the results from the CT, and that had not spread. That week, wow, that was a hard week. There are some deep, dark places in the back of your mind, and everything comes out. All these thoughts of, okay, am I dying? What have I done in my life? How, what am I going to do for the next couple of weeks? How long do I have? Man, is my family going to be okay? Are they got enough money to survive? Is my insurance going to cover what? Are they going to be able to carry on without me? Obviously they have to, but man, there's so many things that go through your mind in a situation like that, and it's hard. Sleeping was hard. Wow, work was hard. Trying to work, trying to concentrate on anything. Had to keep busy, had to keep doing things for that week, and work was a good distraction. So that was, I guess, how I got through it. I worked a lot. We're in COVID here, so I'm still working from home. It was friggin' hard. And then by George, did I celebrate when I found out that other news, that from the CT that it hadn't spread. So yep, and then it was a bit of a high. Took that little win, so that was cool. Knowing that there was still further steps to go, but I took that as an amazing win. So those are the 2 major milestones that have happened in the last 2 weeks. Today was the third one, which was to meet the surgical team, go in, see who they are, understand what's going to happen. They had to understand what I knew as well, so they knew where I was mentally, I guess, as well, and what I was thinking. I guess I was turning up to the surgery, and they were thinking, well, he's turning up, so he's probably going to have it. But I was turning up there, going, right. So when are we doing this? That was my question. When? What's the date? I need to know. I want to know. It was like with the biopsy. Found out the biopsy result the same day as the CT result. So that was, it was bad because the biopsy, yes, it's cancerous. Well, it's cancer. What is it? Adenocarcinoma or something. It's written somewhere. But yep, that was bad. But then on the same token, the CT came through and said it hasn't spread past the lower intestine. So brilliant. Thank you. And then we sit there today and we talk about what's going to happen. What's actually wrong. They showed me the images from the CT scan. Yep, bunch of blacks and whites and shadows and stuff like that. Not really my bag. I could understand it. I could see where my spine was. My old fella, I could see him there as well. He was in a big shadowy part. That is, yeah. And the the dangleberries, they were there as well. But when they showed me the shadow of where they think where they showed me the tumour was, to me that just looked like part of something. So, yep, not me, not my bag. Don't understand it. But yep, understand that it's got to come out. Now, this is. I was sitting there. The wife was with me. Tara's there. That was cool. Had a nurse there. Had the registrar there. Met the surgeon as well. But I tell you what, when I've got a dinky little picture. I could show a picture. When they tell you they're not just going to take out. They're not just going to take out the cancerous part, they're going to take out a lot. So I think the best picture is probably one of those two. Those two there. So the little red piece, they're basically going to take all of that out from a little bit further down, I think, I'm pretty sure, to somewhere in this portion here. All of that red basically. That's my large intestine, colon, sigmoid colon. I don't know. It's called colectomy. Whatever. Yeah, they're going to take a large chunk of my colon out, and they basically snip at the bottom, snip at that piece that I showed, and then yoink, join them together. So that's the plan. Take that whole piece out, take a whole bunch of lymph nodes. I think he said it's generally about 12 lymph nodes. Take those chaps out. Haven't read all of the pamphlets yet, so I don't understand all of that. I'm no doctor. I didn't do well at health studies at school, so anatomy is not my bag. All I know is they're gonna go in there, chop some stuff out. There's potential to other things could happen by way of accidental anything. Just depends how well the surgery goes. Yeah, I will literally have to just wait and see on that. Does it mean a colostomy bag? I thought there was only ever one sort, colostomy bag, but there's apparently two. There's one they do for the small intestine, there's one they do for the large intestine. Colostomy is for the large one, I believe. Can't remember. It starts with an S, I think. It's probably in my pamphlets. I said I haven't read. I'm still trying to process in my own mind. They said I won't get one unless something weren't to go 100% correctly in surgery, and maybe they had to cut a little bit lower down, not on the top piece but on the bottom piece. If they had to cut a little bit lower down, and or there's leakages after the sewing up of the two pieces, there's a potential for a bag. So I've got this little marker on my belly now. That's where the bag would go, or where the tube would come out, I guess. Because they'll basically block off my large intestine and let excrement come out of the small. But just large is just sitting there repairing itself. Could be I think a 3-month process if that happens. Hope for the best, fingers crossed. Surgeon has been doing this for a long while. You know, good at what they do. Gotta give them their kudos for that. I couldn't do it, so met the guy today, had a chat to him today, asked him if we could do a few other things while he's in there, a bit of nip and tuck and all that sort of jazz, but he wouldn't allow it. He understood. He was good about it. He didn't just the old no, we're not doing that. We're not here for that. He humoured me for a little bit, so that was good. But I guess when they start talking about taking internal pieces, large pieces of internal organs out, it's very daunting. Very daunting. Sit there and they tell you, do you understand it? Do you got any questions? By George, your brain's on fire. It's going for it. It's not that I didn't have any questions. It was just like, overload, bang, far out. Give me a moment. Let me freaking let me process what you're actually saying. I can hear you, I understand you. I've still got to process it. So I've come home from that. I've literally got like a freaking whole set of Britannica encyclopedias with me now that I've got to read. I don't have to, but I want to be informed about what's happening. Yeah, I'm not going to do any liposuction on my belly, so a little bit gutted about that. Yeah, so at the moment it looks like there's a tentative date. So it's penciled. It's not been officially told to me. It's just been, hey, tentative. You're booked in next week, end of next week for surgery. So I mean, fast. Understanding it, processing it. This is 2 weeks ago. I didn't know. I knew I had pain. I knew I had problems. Until 2 weeks ago, and now 10 days time, going to have surgery, which has got a 4 to 6 week initial recovery period, and then I'm basically on a 5-year plan, road to recovery. After that. So just give me one moment. Yeah. So I'm going to be out the game for some time. It's a little bit of a bummer. It couldn't have been during winter, and stuff was happening anyway. Means my riding during summer not going to happen. I was hoping to go up to one of the farms and do a big ride before my surgery, but if it's next weekend, that ain't happening. At least I got out to the Sampa on Friday. Just been, that was cool. Final ride, final hurrah. Before we go into surgery and can't do anything. Because it's keyhole surgery, so a couple of 3 pinpoints they'll put through me, and then a little slice for when they got to pull the old goods out. And it's through the the abdominal wall. My one ab. It's through my one ab. Yep. So they'll cut my one ab in half. In ways, so they can get in there and do all the work. So a bit of recovery there. No driving. I haven't asked them about the sim rig yet, but I'll do that once I'm in there. There's no safety thing there. It's just whether the motion of using the legs and whatnot, if I'm allowed to do that. So yeah, look, once again, it is what it is. I've had troubles with my bowel, my guts, my going to the toilet, irregularities. I've had that, and I've had pain for a long period of time. People, the doctors and nurses asking me, when did it start? As long as I can remember. You can remember when you're really young, but you don't remember those sorts of things. So, 2 years sort of thing. could be 5. Don't really, you don't think about it at the time. So it's not until something's really going on that you start to think about it. You start to question stuff. So yep, I think it was about March this year that I started questioning things. And you know, that was, and when I say questioning, I was going to the doctor and saying, dude, why is there blood here? Why is this? Why is that? Why? I need to know. I need to have some answers. And that's what they're there for. You know, you talk to them about your personal issues, and if you don't, you know, as a lot of guys, and I'll definitely put my hand up to it. You know, we'll suffer in silence. We'll just carry on. Nah, it's not that bad. It's all right. She'll be right. You know, the Kiwi attitude, but not only the Kiwi attitude, the male attitude. You know, you're supposed to be here. You know, the man of the family type thing. You know, robber comes knocking in, we're the one that goes to the door and deals to it. You know, you don't expect your kids to go to the door and deal with a robber, or your wife to go to the door and deal with a robber. You're the one who goes and deals with it. So, you know, we've always, in our own minds, we note that we've got to be here. So that's what I've done. I've just dealt with it. But it's, you know, it got to a point where, okay, I've really got to do something about this. It's not that I don't know that I was putting it off. It was just, she'd be right. Carry on. Yeah, it got to a point, so I went and saw the old GP and a camera where the sun don't shine. So, you know, I guess at this stage, yeah, I've got a long road ahead of me, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be extremely tough. I'm going to be unwell. I'm going to be recovering. I'm not going to have any energy to want to do anything. I'm just hoping I'm going to lose weight, lose my gut. As the wife said, it's not a magic pill. You know, still haven't found one of those yet. But yeah, it's long. Wow, it's interesting. You always think, nah, it'll be me. Guess what? It's me. So yeah, I guess that's episode 3. It's good. It's, once again, it's good news. It's good news. Yeah, I'm not having a beer now because I'm off the terps. I'm off the beers at the moment. You know, that'll be me having my last beer with my mates on the weekend. It'll be that dry until a very long time from now. Just want my body to be in, you know, the best health it can be. I know we're talking 2 weeks, but you don't want to go in there and get on the booze and walk in there with a hangover the next, you know, for your surgery. Just give my body the best fighting chance it can. Get in, get it done. Get out. Get back to life. Get back to enjoying things. Not having to live beside a toilet every half hour. Being able to go on trips, being able to do things. Becoming regular again. That's gonna be really cool. Becoming regular. If I have to have a colostomy bag for a couple of months, yeah, what the shit. Yeah. Well, I don't know that I. Oh no, there's one thing that the daughter is gonna love. So with a surgery like this, apparently you have to make sure your blood's still thin, because you don't want to get any blood clots or anything like that. So you got to jab yourself with some medicine of some sort. I think it's post 28 days. So that's going to be interesting. The daughter would like to be a medical professional in her later life. So, and as we heard about in the last episode of Me and Needles, some of them are good, some of them are not so good. So they're asking me to jab myself in my flab on my belly. Yeah, there's enough of the flab there. But yeah, jab, yeah, fall over and with a bloody needle. Nah, so the daughter might have the fun time of being able to jab me with a needle, injecting me with some bloody blood thinners of some sort, or whatever the heck that it is. So that'll be quite cool. At least she'll be part of the process, as hard as it is. I guess the only final thing is there's a lot of talk about, you know, the wife's made it into a new career, and why is she going so early? You know, why isn't she staying home to look after me? You know, like a good wife should, or what have you. You know what? It's no one else's decision other than hers. Yep, I have a big influence on that, but in end of the day, it's the choice that we as a family make. So she's going to go and do this thing. It's going to take her away from the family for 6 months, and that's fine. That's really cool. That's what she's worked her ass off for. And I want her to go to that. I want her to go to that. It's going to be great for her. You know, she put her life on hold for me for a while. Yep, she struggled through a cancer situation herself, where she had to go through surgeries and chemo and everything. And I was there for her for that, the best I could. And she's backed me in my career as you know, more than anyone. So I'm doing exactly the same for her, and yeah, I want her to go to that, and she wants to go to it. Her initial thoughts, everyone going, no, you can't. She was like, I can't leave you, just can't leave you. And I said, bugger off. I'll be sweet by then. You'll be going. Piece of cake. And that was, you know, day after we found out. So no, she's going to go and do that. It's going to be great. I'll be well into recovery by the time she leaves, which is start of next year. So, you know, mid-Jan. So that's fine. I'll be well recovered. I won't be bouncing off the frickin' walls or jumping on a trampoline or riding motocross bikes. But that's, as a family, that's what we need. We need her to take the next steps in her career, and that's exactly what we're going to do. You know, if you let little things stop you, where are you going to end up? Nowhere, because you stopped. So, no, I'm fully supportive of her going. There's going to be other people out there that are going to be able to help me. My mates are here, my family's here, and I'm here myself. I'm a big ugly bastard. I can look after myself. Yep, there'll be times that I won't be able to understand that. We'll get through it. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be a cool next steps in our someone's here, in our journey of life. Like I said, it's been a roller coaster, and there's many more ups and downs and loops to come. So here's me signing off now. Episode 3 over and done with. Onwards and upwards. Maybe there'll be another episode just before I go in. Maybe you'll get to see some video footage of me on my tablet when I'm in there doing an episode. Who knows? We'll see. But again, thank you for all the support from everyone. So far, it's been bloody good. Really do appreciate it. Right. So over and out. We'll do something like this. Signing off.